My name is Tom and I'm an owner and operator at Mr. Steam. And if you're looking to start your own mobile detailing business, or you're like me who already cleans couches and carpets, and you'd like to add a service onto your business, this is the video for you, as I'll be doing a full walkthrough detail of this 2010 Toyota Sequoia behind me. I'll be showing you all the materials I use, as well as some of the processes that I use to make sure that I clean this car efficiently and quickly and make the most money possible while still getting a great result for my customers. So starting off with the backbone of this operation, we'll be using the Ninja E1200 carpet cleaner. And for this, we have two great things about it. We have our vacuum, which we're running 50-foot hoses, same as we use for carpets, 50-foot water and solution line. But the great thing about this model in particular is water hookup that goes right back to this machine. And then if you look inside our little panel here, you'll see there's a float. We don't have to worry about turning the tap on and off in between our job. We can just count on this float to keep us level. So without needing to constantly fill this machine, we can run water straight from the client's house and not have to worry about any other issues. Getting into the actual tools of this clean, we'll be using a drill brush with different attachments. We'll be using this for the carpets as well as the seats if it's needed. We'll be using our degreaser, which I'm just using super clean. We'll have our brush, we'll have our vacuum attachments, we'll have our foam cannon with our foam and soap here for the exterior, and then we'll have our pressure washer wand, which conveniently has the same connections here as you can see, and that will attach to our water line up there. So yes, some of those big detailing vans have tons of stuff, but this is all you need to actually get started. You'll notice that if we do the interior first and then we do an exterior wash at the end, there might still be door jams and things that are not cleaned up, and then that means we have to go back and double clean things, which is what we're trying to avoid. Now for doing the interior, I have my own process, and that is that I like to start from the back of the vehicle and move my way to the front, as well as starting from the inside of the vehicle, moving my way out to the doors, make sure I'm not double cleaning things. Because the main thing you want to focus on is called cleaning your way out. So you'll start in the middle, and then you'll clean your way out to the sides. I'll start from the back, I'll clean my way out, as well as the front. I'll go in from the middle, starting at the center console, and then I'll clean my way out to the doors. Just minimizes the chance we have of resoiling something that we've already cleaned, and saves us time. In addition to this, what we want to work on doing is cleaning from top to bottom. Carpets usually attract a lot of dirt, so we don't want to go in, clean, vacuum the carpets, and then clean the sides and have all that dust and stuff fall back into the carpets. Once we're finished everything from the interior, then we can start steam cleaning and vacuuming all of the carpeted areas and the carpeted seats as we move our way out. Start with a good pressure washing clean, just a good soap. Once we finish that, we'll go in with the foam cannon, and then once we foam cannon everything down, we'll use a wash mitt and our soap, and we'll wash everything down from the exterior. Be sure that when you're washing, always swap and change your wash mitts. This makes sure that any dust or dirt, little rocks, pebbles that you're picking up, doesn't get scratched into the paint. So one of the key things is when doing the exterior, always make sure you're working with a clean mitt, clean microfibers, whatever it is, when you're rubbing anything into the outside of the vehicle. All right, so now that we've done the exterior wash, now would be the time to go in with your dry microfibers and wipe things off. Get any of the bugs that may be up front on the grille or on the side mirrors. It's a lot easier to do right now while the car is wet. Then when those bugs dry, it gets a little harder to scrape them off, and that's what you don't want to do, because that's when you might be prone to scratching the outside of this vehicle. So while the outside of this vehicle is drying, what we're going to do here is go in with our pressure wash, and we're going to get these mats cleaned up so that once we're done the exterior and then once we're done the interior, these mats will be fully dry and we can throw them back in the vehicle once we're done. Personally, what I like to do with these mats is go in with a pressure washer and a drill brush. And with that drill brush, you'll see it'll get most of the dirt and stuff out. It'll be a lot quicker than if you were to hand brush it, and you'll get great results once it dries. So our mats are all done here. They're looking great, nice and clean. And they're almost dry already as it is because it's such a hot day. But as these finish up drying, we'll move over to the interior of the vehicle, starting at the back, and we'll go through the walkthrough. All right, so now that we have the exterior done, we will work from the interior, and as I mentioned before, we'll start working from the back of the vehicle to the front of the vehicle, as well as moving from the inside of the vehicle outwards, and as well from top to bottom. And if you can see up here, there's a few dark spots up in the headliner, and the best way we can get those out is just with microfiber and degreaser. We'll spray down the area first, and then we'll go in with our cloths and we can just rub it out. So for example, this spot here, we can take care of it. And we'll keep doing this for the rest of the vehicle. If there's any harder spots like this, usually what you can do is go in with the vacuum afterwards. Usually a cloth and degreaser will take care of it, no problem. All right, so I've gone ahead and scrubbed these areas here, but you can see that everything has come out. All these dark black spots, they've all come out. This will dry. Then there will be no issues with the headliner, and then we can move on to the rest. All right, so our process for the back of the vehicle, we'll start with the windows, and then we'll work our way and we'll clean all the sides, all the plastics, just with microfiber as well as our degreaser. We'll throw in the vacuum attachment as well. We'll be using this guy on the end of our vacuum hose to pick up any dust and everything that we knock off. We'll also be using that little blue brush there. Now I'll just go ahead and do the same process on the other side as well. We'll pull in our vacuum, we'll wipe all this down, brush it, vacuum it up, and then we can move on to the back seats. So really quick, what I was mentioning before, this is why you want to do your exterior wash first, because you'll be able to see how much of this gets cleaned up or not. And once we have the exterior wash done, then we know what we need to wipe by hand to make sure that we don't have to go back and double clean. You also notice that I'm leaving the windows to last. This is just because I also don't want to double clean the windows, and they're fairly prone to getting fingerprints on it while you're working. So once you're done everything, you'll do windows at the very end, and that'll make sure you don't have to do them twice. Although really quick, before we get into the middle of the vehicle, we're going to do a quick steam clean of the back. That was pretty quick. Our rear is done already. We'll just get those back seats steam cleaned too really quick, and then we're going to move on to the middle seat. So getting into the back row of the car, we're going to do fairly the same process that we've been doing. We'll clean up these buttons and switches. We'll be using our degreaser as well as our vacuum attachment. As far as the seats go, all we really need to do is spray them down, and then we'll put down some leather shine, that red bottle I had at the start of the video. So we'll spray them down, clean them up, and then we'll keep going. All right, now that we've done the fronts and backs of the seats, what we're going to do here is just go in again with our brush, finish off the outside, finish off all the floor rails, finish off the doors. We'll leave the carpets for now. We'll clean those last, make sure everything that's fallen off is already fallen off. But now we'll go clean all the plastics, and then we'll move on. Now that we've finished up the doors and these side guards here, what we're going to do is look for any touch-ups we can do. Another thing, which I personally like to do, is just to keep touch-ups till the end. So I'll go through, I'll finish up the front, I'll do the carpets, and then if there's anything left over, that's when I'll go in again with the vacuum as well as the microfibers. Make sure that everything's nice and dolled up and ready for the customer. So following our process again, same vacuum attachment, same microfibers, and same degreaser. At this point, it's just cleaning. It's pretty easy for the most part. Just keep working your way from inside to out. All right, so I've just skipped ahead here, just cleaning up the doors and sides, as well as the seats, which I've already run you guys through. We got the dash all cleaned up. Everything's looking great. The only thing left is our carpets. And what we're going to do for our carpets is the exact same thing we did for the back and the same thing we did for the mats. We'll run in with the degreaser. We'll use a drill brush, get it out. Then we'll, for tight areas like this, what we'll do is we'll spray it down with the water, and then we'll use this thin attachment to suck up the rest of the water, and it'll essentially be the exact same thing as using the carpet tool, except it's just a different attachment. But it's the same process. You'll still be spraying water and vacuuming up water. And then we'll get these carpets done. We got to make sure we vacuum all under these carpets. And once we're done vacuuming, we can throw the mats back in and do any touch-ups we need. All right, so on some of these older cars and trucks, especially a truck like this that you'll see on the acreage, you'll see that there's dark spots here, but this carpet cannot be pulled up at all. I can't steam clean it. I've gone over it many times already. It's just so worn down from being used here often. But that's something you can talk with the customer. If they want you to try go over it again, you can definitely do that. But otherwise, usually, like for this, I'll leave it here. There's not much I'll be able to do. But we'll go ahead and we'll throw these mats in, and then we can go over touch-ups. Now, as I already mentioned, this vehicle is a work truck here on the acreage. But things like this are scratches, and they won't be able to come out. So you need to keep that in mind. Make sure you don't give your customer any false promises. Make sure they're aware of the scratches. Other than that, there's not much else you can do. To finish this off, first thing I'm going to do is throw on some tire foam. You just put this on the sidewall of the tire outside of the rim. Just spray it on. Once it dries, it'll leave a nice glossy finish. The other thing we'll do is we'll go over our windows with invisible glass. I like the stuff. I've been using it for a while. Doesn't leave any streaks. Looks great. Go over the vehicle again with a quick vacuum and a quick wipe. The thing about working outdoors is that you'll notice that over time as you're working, a lot of dust, a lot of debris particles and stuff like that will be blown into the car. There's not much you can do about that. So that's why at the end I go over again. I do a quick re-vacuum. I do a quick wipe down. Get any of that dust off. Get any last touch-up that I missed in the car. Make sure you do a thorough walkthrough. And if you're happy with it, I'm sure your customers will be happy with it. It took us about 2.5 hours to go through the full clean, interior and exterior. For this vehicle, I charged $240. You don't need a lot of professional stuff. The vehicle still looks great. The clean was awesome, and here a lot of the processes piggyback off each other. So when I'm cleaning things and using the vacuum, a lot of the attachments are the same. So I'm able to run through a car quick. I'm able to do it efficiently. The materials of the machine was about $2,500 to $3,000. Everything else, hoses, materials, probably another $1,000. So overall, the price wasn't too much to get into this. It's a great service you can add on, or if you're looking to start your own mobile detailing business, this is mobile detailing. So you need to make sure that once you're done and while you're working, you need to look for small things. You need to look for the crevices. Use your small brushes, use your vacuum, make sure you're getting everything out of those tight areas. I probably missed some things just trying to film this. So right now, I'm going to do my re-vacuum. I'm going to do my re-wipe. I'm going to do the windows. I'm going to do the tire foam. Other than that, I'm going to pack up and we'll be all done. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys are interested in more videos, we have videos on how to properly clean upholstery and couches, how to properly do carpet cleaning, which is the main thing I do, which is carpet cleaning and upholstery cleaning. That's where I find the most money in it. And if you guys are interested in also making some more money, feel free to check out some of the other videos on the channel. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and we'll pack up and we'll be out of here.